So ain't nobody gonna perform for Donald Trump, huh? Which one of you jigaboo ass niggas gonna be the first one to do it? I'm waiting. I'm gonna roast the out one of you Uncle Tom ass niggas for doing it. Which one of you gonna do it first?
He performed at the Crypto Ball as part of inauguration weekend for Donald J.
Snoop is just really hilarious.
Snoop Dogg is funny,
He's doing all these things.
Snoop Dogg just got a warning. Not from the police, not from another rapper, but from Katt Williams. You know Katt Williams, the comedian who always says exactly what he thinks. This time, he is calling out Snoop. He says Snoop has become what he calls a political dog.
Your career down the road. People might not want to book you in Texas or Arizona or California.
Sir. Wouldn't that be fantastic? Let's let that happen.
When Katt Williams gives a warning, you should listen. He doesn't talk just to get attention. He talks when he has something important to say. And he says Snoop is playing a risky game. A game about loyalty and power. Lately, Katt has been calling out many famous people. He has talked about Steve Harvey and Cedric the Entertainer. But this time, he talked about Snoop Dogg. This is a bigger deal. Why? Because Snoop is not just any celebrity. He is a legend. He started as a gangster rapper and became a huge star. He went from being on Death Row Records to being on TV shows everyone watches.
I just want to say this real quick, man, on the political shit. All you people for the federal government that not getting paid right now, ain't no fucking way in the world y'all can vote for Donald Trump when he come back up again. If y'all do vote for him, y'all some stupid motherfuckers.
Was inaugurated as the 47th president of the United States of America. Snoop Dogg performed at the Crypto Ball. Now, Snoop Dogg, he got the backlash because people are like, wait, this isn't the same Snoop from 2016 who had so much to say about the artist performance.
Snoop is a survivor. He knows how to last in the music business. But Katt Williams says that Snoop has changed. He says Snoop is not the same person he used to be. Katt's message was simple. Snoop Dogg is different now. Katt says Snoop went from speaking for regular people to speaking for powerful people.
Yeah. Get your life right. Stop worrying about mine. I'm cool. I'm together. Still a black man. Still 100% black.
He said Snoop turned into a political dog. A man who talks a lot, but only says what the people in charge let him say. If you look at Snoop lately, you might understand what Katt means. This is not the Snoop from his early music videos. This is not the Snoop who was in a rap group with Tupac. This is the Snoop who is friends with Martha Stewart. The Snoop who appears in ads for insurance and dog food. The Snoop who hangs out with politicians and rich company bosses. To Katt, this isn't just changing and growing up. This is being disloyal.
Of course, Snoop has responded to the backlash he received for performing for a Trump event. One of the things he pointed out was that we always stick together. We're good at tearing each other apart, which is pretty constant. It's pretty consistent when somebody gets into trouble. It takes backlash from the community. It's always a communal thing. It isn't any action they took. It is the fact that we can't stay together, that we can't stick together, that it's us always attacking us. But that flies in the face of the reality of what's happening right now. It is not us who are tearing down affirmative action. It is not us who is tearing down DEI. It is not us who are tearing families apart. It is not us who have decided that affirmative action and rollbacks that have been that had precedent for 50, 60 years are gone. It is not us that is doing it. It is, I think most people are disappointed because they saw you a specific way, and you have a right to kind of interpret and do whatever artistically you want to. No one's begrudging you that. But why the attack on the community because they disagree with something you did?
No, on some real though, it's about time somebody said some gangster shit up in here. Hey yo, Katt Williams, when did they start selling pimp clothes at Baby Gap? My nigga over there drinking that Hennessy out of that little sippy cup.
Now, understand this clearly. Katt Williams still respects Snoop as a legend. He said that himself. Snoop made new things possible for other artists. Snoop made street culture popular everywhere. Snoop turned a hard life into a great success. But Katt thinks Snoop has forgotten what made him important in the first place. He has lost his realness. He is no longer the voice of the streets. He used to stand up to the system, but now he works with it.
Snoop is just really hilarious.
Snoop Dogg is funny,
He's doing all these things.
I just want to say this real quick, man, on the political shit. All you people for the federal government that not getting paid right now, ain't no fucking way in the world y'all can vote for Donald Trump when he come back up again. If y'all do vote for him, y'all some stupid motherfuckers.
He performed at the Crypto Ball as part of inauguration weekend for Donald J.
When Katt says political dog, he doesn't mean voting in elections. He is talking about a different kind of politics. It's about trading who you are for money, for a comfortable life, for a better public image. Katt believes Snoop has gotten too close to the same kinds of powerful people he used to criticize.
Ellie are going to be at this thing. And I think it really does beg the question whether the culture is starting to thaw to Donald Trump. I mean,
in a world where fewer people tell the truth, Katt Williams is not staying quiet. So, how did this all begin? Let's go back in time. In the early 2000s, Snoop Dogg was on top. He had survived his early career and built his own music empire. He was friends with all the big rappers. He was like a wise teacher for hip-hop. Then, things started to shift. Snoop began showing up at political events. He would defend some famous people, but not others. He supported brands and politicians that some fans felt were not like him. To people like Katt, this was the first sign of a problem. Katt has a saying, when they can't control you, they cancel you. And when they can't cancel you, they recruit you. He thinks Snoop got recruited. The problem got worse when Katt saw how quiet Snoop was during important moments. When other artists were in trouble, Snoop stayed out of it. When people talked about bad things in the music business, Snoop tried to make peace. But when it was time to party with Hollywood, Snoop was always there. To Katt, it looked like Snoop was protecting his own spot, not his fans. So when Katt said he was sending Snoop a last warning, it was a serious challenge to a man he used to look up to. Let's talk about what Katt meant. In his view, there are two kinds of dogs. There is the street dog, who is loyal and tough. Then there is the political dog, who is trained and well-behaved. Katt says Snoop used to be the first kind, wild and real. But now he acts like the second kind. A man who protects the system instead of the streets. And you have to admit, it's easy to see why someone might think that. Snoop is on TV more than he makes music. He is on cooking shows instead of helping in his old neighborhood. He is selling things, not sharing ideas. There is nothing wrong with changing, but Katt is asking what kind of change it is. He wonders, did Snoop grow as a person, or just as a business? Katt Williams does not care about being famous. He has never tried to be part of the big machine. He has always fought against it. He has been in trouble and kicked out of places, but he never stopped speaking his mind. That is why people believe him. He does not owe anything to Hollywood. So when a man like Katt calls out Snoop, everyone pays attention. Katt is not afraid to lose. He is only afraid of what happens when people stop telling the truth. Now, here is where it gets more complicated. Snoop and Katt have a history. They became famous around the same time. They are both from the West Coast and were respected by their communities. Snoop used to be very supportive of Katt. They were on radio shows and comedy sets together years ago. But over time, that friendship changed. Katt saw that Snoop was being friendly with the same Hollywood people Katt was criticizing. When Katt was calling out people like Steve Harvey, Snoop said nothing. Even worse, Snoop would take happy pictures with them. That is when Katt had enough. He said you cannot say you are for the people and still be best friends with the powerful people in charge. That comment was aimed right at Snoop. And to be fair, this is not the first time people have said Snoop changes sides. Back in the day, he was all about the streets. After Tupac died, he moved away from his old friends and made new ones. He joined new music labels, and then went corporate, then Hollywood. He has changed his style more than any other rapper. That is why he is still famous. But it is also why some people do not trust him anymore. Katt is not attacking Snoop's success. He is questioning his heart. He is saying, you used to lead us. Now you follow them. Snoop has not answered Katt directly, but people online are talking about it. And they are split right down the middle. Half of the people say Katt is just a hater. They say he is jealous of anyone who becomes mainstream. They say Snoop is just being a smart businessman. He is changing with the times. But the other half say Katt is the only one brave enough to say what everyone is thinking. They say Snoop has been trying to have it both ways for years. He talks about being real, but lives a corporate life. He talks about loyalty, but goes with whoever has the most money. And honestly, both sides might be a little right. Because this is not just about two men. It is about what happens when you become famous and try to stay true to yourself. Snoop represents survival. He is the man who got out and stayed on top. Katt represents rebellion. He is the man who refuses to follow the rules, even when it hurts him. These are two different ideas crashing into each other. Do you play the game, or do you call out the game? Right now, Katt is saying Snoop has played the game for so long that he can never go back to being real. So what is Katt's warning about? When he says last warning, it sounds like something big is going to happen. Some fans think Katt is warning Snoop about karma, about what happens when you forget why you became famous. Others think he is warning him about trying to please everyone because eventually, everyone will get mad at you. And some think Katt is just tired of watching the artists he admired become controlled by powerful people. He once said, "The moment you stop talking for the people stop talking for you." That is what he is telling Snoop. No matter how rich or famous you get, if your old fans do not feel connected to you anymore, you have lost. Maybe that is why this feels so personal. Katt is not just talking to Snoop. He is talking to every famous person who has forgotten where they started. He is saying, don't let them change who you are. Because once you lose your own voice, they do not need you anymore. That is the real message behind all the angry words. Snoop's career shows how complicated fame can be. He has been many things: a gangster rapper, an icon, a businessman, a peacemaker, a comedian, and an actor. He has earned all his success. But with every new thing he does, people ask the same question. Has he become too comfortable and too political? The Snoop Dogg who once said, "F the system," is now doing talk shows with that same system. And that is what Katt cannot respect. Still, you cannot forget what Snoop has done for music. He helped build West Coast hip-hop. He helped other artists and gave back to his community. He is one of the few rappers who has gotten older without big scandals. But maybe that is the issue. In a business that is often crazy, being calm can look strange. And Katt is the definition of crazy. So when he looks at Snoop's calm life, he does not see someone who is happy. He sees someone who is obeying. This might not be the end of the story. Katt does not give warnings for no reason. When he says it is a last warning, he means it. If Snoop says anything back, even a little, Katt will likely respond much stronger. Because this is not just an argument. This is a fight between telling the truth and staying quiet. It is a fight between a rebel and a king. Between two legends who chose different paths. And that is what makes it so interesting to watch. Katt is the voice of the people, loud and honest. Snoop is the dream, the man who made it big and built an empire. They both started out being real. They both changed music. But one of them refuses to follow the rules. And in Katt's eyes, that is the biggest difference. So what happens next? Maybe nothing. Maybe everything. In the entertainment business, saying nothing can be a powerful message. And if Snoop stays silent after this, it will not mean the fight is over. It will mean the game is still being played.